Hi gang, we're going to find solutions on an interval. I'll do more than one example of this for you. So when you see an equation, a trig equation like this, the first thing you want to do is isolate the trig if you can, okay? So like I'm going to move the 3 radical 3 to the other side. Oh, hold on. And then I'm going to divide off the 6 to both sides. All right, so that's the first step. Like if you just have one trig term, you want to isolate it. So I've now gotten the trig term on the left and what it's equal to on the right. The next step you want to figure out is what 2 quadrants are you in. So you have to know where the cosine is negative. So if you recall, the cosine behaves like an x. It's positive on the right, it's negative on the left. So if cosine is negative, that means that we must be in the 2nd or 3rd quadrant, okay? Because of that negative sign. And we know that cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So that's then telling us 2 sides of the triangle. So the adjacent is a radical 3, the hypotenuse is a 2 on both of these triangles. That means that the 3rd side is what? Good, the 3rd side then has to be a 1. So then what does that make the reference angle? And if you notice, Alex is going to ask you in radians, okay? So try to stay in radians with this. All right, so if you're across from a 1, you have to be pi over 6 as your reference angle. Pi over 6 is your reference angle. So make sure you give me as a final answer a quadrant 2 and quadrant 3 answer. If you say pi over 6 to me, I'm going to go, oh, you're in quadrant 1. And you're going to go, no, I'm in quadrant 2 and 3. So then I'm going to say, well, you have to give me your angle in standard position. You have to give me your angle in standard position, right? So standard position starts here on the positive side of the x-axis, and then you have to rotate to your triangle. You have to rotate to your hypotenuse side. Okay, so I'm thinking then I didn't quite make it to pi. I'm pi over 6 short of making it to pi. So to calculate that, I have to do pi minus pi over 6, which is 5 pi over 6. So one of my answers is 5 pi over 6, and that is the quadrant 2 answer. Now you also need to give me the quadrant 3 answer, so you have to go from standard position into quadrant 3, from the positive x-axis to the hypotenuse, to the terminal side. Okay, so now let's look at that. That's pi over 6 past greater than pi. So for me to calculate that, I'd have to add, because I've gone past pi, so I'd have to add pi over 6, and that would give me 7 pi over 6, which is a quadrant 3 angle. So that is what they're asking. They want to find solutions to this trig equation on 1 revolution, and those solutions would be 5 pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6. Okay, gang, I will help you with more of these, but that's the first one. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.